One. Oh shit! I didn't have my audio on for this at all. Now I can see everything. That's working fine. I should be able to hear myself. Blah 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 blah. La 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 type shit. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I can see that chat. And then by the time I come here, I should be able to hear myself. Now I can hear myself. Now I know I'm good. Now I can. All right, there we go. And even after all of that, I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back, fuck nigga. And then for all right, TikTok. Best part of the Lex season, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna lie. It's not 2022 no more. I don't get viewership on TikTok. I'll be right back. Hear me? What?
And I myself have speculated I removed stuff, right? It's specifically the reboot arc. It's kind of an arc built to critique the medium of comics. Translating that to animation, I think, kind of makes it lose purpose. I think, if anything, they'll still give us the consequences that come at the end of that arc, but more than likely will refrain from having you actually experience the arc in its entirety. However they managed to shake it out with the show itself, one way or the other, based.
We got a lot of words to say today, and I'm ready to say them. And the first thing we're going to talk about, oh, shoot. I almost forgot to change my darn output. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted all my audio to go through this. And I put my darn... I gotta go on my bag and get my darn headphones. Damn, I thought y'all was actually hearing something. This whole time y'all was hearing just the buzzing noises of my computer being connected. Y'all was hearing electrical static this whole time. Cause I'm looking, I'm like, it ain't flow through no views or nothing like that. Oof. My fault, OG. Let me check and make sure the audio that y'all can actually hear everything now.
On the comics, we're exactly halfway.
Cause in this, wait, did I ever go live on TikTok either? No, I'm a goof-eyed goober. So while I wait for that, let me make sure my audio is good over here. Boom. Okay, cool. So that's cool. TikTok should now be up. Hey, bed, girl. Okay, there we go. Everything right here is good. So now, before we get to talking about the main topic, the topic of the video, first, I gotta move this shit back. Because I'm gonna need a lot of space to move around and talk shit today. Alright. Now first, before we talk about the main topic, we got a little bit of funny ass Marvel Rivals news. So for some wait, hold on. Because like I feel like I need to emphasize this a little bit. Come on, let's get the music out. Oh wait, hold up. The music is glitching. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix it. No, take it off of that. 1 sec. I gotta do this shit every time I restart my computer, and I keep forgetting. Sound settings. Default. Okay, now here we go. Wait, what should I use? Nah. Because I feel like Marvel Rivals is trying to assassinate everybody on lower tier hardware. Because if you have a beefy, like Marvel, let me wait for the beat to drop. Marvel Rivals already doesn't work on crazy beefed up computers. Now they want to put this shit on a Nintendo Switch? Like, just think about it. As soon as you boot up Marvel Rivals on a Nintendo Switch, that bitch gonna heat your hands and you gonna chop it. You gonna hit the you gonna be sounding like Michael Jackson trying to play that game on Switch. You gonna be actively burning your hands as you try and press the buttons. The screen gonna be so pixelated. You gonna pick Iron Man thinking that you pick Spider-Man type beat. Wait, wrong sound. Wrong. Nigga, you gonna be playing Marvel Rivals, you gonna pick Cloak and Dagger, whole time your stupid ass is playing Emma. Like, you not gonna know what's going on. You gonna be getting dove, but you not gonna know who diving you. Fucking Spider-Man and Iron Fist gonna dive you at the same time, and all you gonna know is you gonna see a green character and a red character knock you upside your head. I'm telling you, this gotta be some of the most tragic news I heard. Like, you know those streamers and stuff like that play on potato mode so they get the most optimized FPS and stuff like that? Yeah, nigga, that's what you about to be playing on. But let's read further and see if there's any more crazy details that I'm missing out on. Popular online multiplayer. Oh, that's it. That's the whole article. Is currently in development for Switch 2. This news was revealed in an interview with IGN. Man, I'm hoping, at like all my little haha jokes aside, I'm hoping that this is a joke, because I think it will be really tragic. I'm hoping that all of this is going on, what you call it? I hope that Marvel Rivals on Switch is a joke, because real talk. Imagine you wake up, you just chilling in your crib, you turn the news on, and you see 15 people dead via game console. You might be like me, a PS4 hater. You're like, I'm not happy that people got blown up, but I'm happy that it's a big news story that the PS4 just nuked the fucking neighborhood with their PS4. Then you turn the news on, then you see Marvel Rivals was the reason why a neighborhood got decimated. You start crying. You go, no! I like that game. Now it's gonna get banned by the highly racist American government that's very xenophobic towards anything Asian related. They gonna take away everything from ramen noodles to Black Myth Wukong. And then as I sit there listening to that person crying, I'm saying, you know, we won't be missing anything if they take Wukong. But ramen noodles? Bro, ramen noodles be busting, especially when you stop being a basic bitch and taste all the other flavors. Nigga, that shit be great. So I'm doing research. I'm like, there's no way it was just Marvel Rivals. Like, just Marvel Rivals blew your house up? That don't sound right to me. So I do some research. I found out this motherfucker was stupid enough to boot up Marvel Rivals on a Nintendo Switch 2. And I say, I didn't even know it was on Switch 2. This is how I'm finding out. I don't ever want anybody to be in that situation. So I really hope that this person who got interviewed was joking around and the person who was writing these headlines is just taking it out of proportion and out of context to get a snappy headline, because I wouldn't want to see anybody lose their life trying to boot this shit up thinking it's going to be playable without exploding a damn neighborhood. It's all you going to hear after you boot this game up. You going to go to boot up Marvel Rivals. You like, oh man, I really like the Wakanda Forever TV show and the Black Panther movies. I'm going to play Black Panther. Nigga, you going to spear dash somebody once, your whole neighborhood? But anyways, on some different Rivals news. I remember there was another piece of Rivals news, but I don't remember what was it? Marvel Rivals developers won't introduce original characters anytime soon because there are simply too many characters already. Alright. We caught up with the creative director Guang Guang and executive producer Danny Koo to learn more about blah 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 blah. Excuse me. NetEase plans to maintain its 1 hero per month live service strategy. The pair touched on whether players could soon see an original character. The short answer, probably not, or at least not anytime soon. We have so many right now, Big Bro said. It's not the time. It damn sure isn't. Like, even though the thing about Marvel Rivals is, even though it's like 30 to 40 something characters in the game, like there's hundreds of Marvel characters that people know of and love and would be mad if an original made up nigga got in the game before them. Koo says NetEase plans its content for around a year in advance while ensuring that Marvel Rivals updates line up with the story of the wider Marvel universe. Most of the comics though. Although Avengers Doomsday presents an opportunity for an intriguing team-up, he wants players to know the game comes first. Many players believe an MCU collab was inevitable, which, yeah, true, but some have wondered if Marvel Rivals could ever follow in the footsteps of other live service blah 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 by introducing crossovers with properties outside its own universe. Fuck no. Fuck no. Alright, one thing I want to make sure I nip this ideology in the bud. Marvel Rivals should never and hopefully will never do a crossover with anybody or anything ever, because Marvel is already a property itself. Why should Marvel do a crossover with, I don't know, DC Allies or Overwatch? It shouldn't. It just straight up shouldn't. It's that simple. Wait, let me move my camera a bit. Like, they shouldn't do no crossover collabs and none of that goofy ass shit with nobody. The reason why it works in a game, let's say like Fortnite, is because Fortnite is pretty much like a default character as game where they just make up their own characters and you play as that. So in that game, to play as anybody from Spider-Man to Fry from Futurama is cool because every character in that game has the same set of abilities and stuff like that. All you're really doing is designing a model. And while they do put love and care into designing these models, if push comes to shove, you could fart out one of these models in a couple of days versus Marvel Rivals doing a collab character. You know how much work it takes to put in a character? Because keep in mind, There's 40 something characters in this game. So every time you make a new character, you have to test them against 40 something other characters and make sure they're balanced and they're not glitchy against 40 something other characters. That's a lot of fucking work for something that's supposed to promote Marvel projects for a non-Marvel project. Like, why would we send people over to DC Allies with a DC Ally character collab? Because niggas not ready to have this conversation, but the character designs and balance in wait, hold up. Why is it? Oh. Niggas not ready to have this conversation, but the character's design and balance in DC Allies is way better. But niggas not ready to talk about that. They not ready. They not ready. Anyway, oh wait, I keep forgetting to stretch this software is coochie. Anyway, Who says NetEase's plans are that many players believe an MCU collab was inevitable? No. Non-Marvel, we have so many characters in Marvel we're not looking at outside of Marvel. Good. Because they planned for this game to last, what, 10 years? And 10 years of adding Marvel character after Marvel character after Marvel character after Marvel character? Nah. Niggas is not gonna be happy if you add fucking Plastic Man to the goddamn game. The Marvel Universe is not a very huge number and we can handle it. The Marvel Universe, which introduced comics, movies, blah, 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 since 39 is filled with thousands of characters. Even as NetEase charges forward with 2 heroes for each of its 2-month-long seasons, Guang says he's not worried about balancing the roster as it grows with more what? Guang says he's not worried about balancing the roster as it grows with more from comics in the future. Okay, let me tell you why that statement is problematic. Where is it? How do I start this off? Marvel Rivals has probably dropped one of the most problematic... Let me stand on this side. Marvel Rivals has probably dropped one of the most problematic sentences in live service gaming, being that, and I quote, Guang said he's not worried about balancing the roster as it grows with more from comics in the future. What the fuck you mean by that? Wait, hold up. I could read that better. Hold on. Marvel Rivals dropped the most problematic statement I've heard in a while for a live service game. And it was Guang saying that he, quote, is not worried about balancing the roster as it grows with more from comics in the future. Fuck you mean by that? What do you mean the more the roster grows, the less you care about balancing? Like, I feel like one of the main things I can say about Marvel Rivals is that no matter what, the balancing of the game has always been kind of good and it's always been pretty strong no matter what, like in terms of balance. Like I feel like there's a lot of times where people complain about stuff that's annoying because it counters them and not annoying because it legitimately has no counter. There's very few times and very few occasions where things genuinely had no counter in Marvel Rivals, and I feel like not enough people give the game its credit for that, like truly. Just checking the chats. I feel like truly not enough people give the game credit for that. But fuck you mean you're not trying to balance anything? Like, nigga, what? I don't know. As this game gets larger and larger and as your community dwindles, like even now, I'll say the game is in a pretty good state, but most of the people who casually play games such as this, they care about game balance. They also care about power fantasies, and that's where the whole balancing, making sure that every character is strong in their own way while also having a unique and fair counter is very fucking hard as the roster size grows. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't decide to make a game with all the Marvel characters in existence. I didn't decide that, nigga, that was you. That being said, we're gonna keep going with this article though. It's not a very huge number, he said when referencing expanding the hero pool and we can handle it. However, there's one issue on NetEase's mind. UI, yeah. That's one thing I will say is becoming a problem in Marvel Rivals. Like, the UI is so damn big, sometimes you lose because you want to switch to a character that's on the opposite end of the hero wheel. Like, I don't like that. I feel like at this point they should just make it a big ass square instead of a scrolling wheel, because that scrolling wheel shit was cool when the game first came out, but there's so many characters now that is very inefficient if you have to go back to spawn and quickly switch to a different character on the opposite side of the character ring. I don't think heroes will be a problem. It's more about UI optimization. It's like, who's your favorite heroes that you want to play so you can have them at any time at your disposal? What are new characters that you want to play? And this is every season, and you have to solve that problem. And then if the matter changes, it's like, how am I going to pick one of those characters? Certainly we'll work together on how we present that to the players, but I am running the live service side of Marvel games, and we have games that have over 200 to 300 characters, and it's not going to slow down. Please do. Imagine you new to the game and you trying to join a game and you got to learn the meta with 150 different semi-unique characters. Players have been treated well as Marvel Rivals tears into its second year with post-launch characters like Deadpool, Gambit, Angela, Elsa Bloodstone, Elsa the Whoopty, and the entirety of the Fantastic Four, bringing a little something for a variety of Marvel Rivals Marvel comic fans. As these same fans clamor to see heroes like blah 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 other niggas, we want to work with our team to introduce different play mechanics. Marvel Rivals introduced White Fox as Hero 48, so we're damn near at 50 heroes in Marvel Rivals. Black Cat will be number 49, and then either I forgot who else was leaked, but Moon Girl and somebody else was leaked to be next season. So we're quickly approaching 50 characters. By the time we get like 2-3 years deep, we're gonna be a whole 100 characters, and I feel bad for the balancing team on that aspect. But my overall thoughts on this is this: Marvel Rivals devs won't introduce new original. Run that back. Marvel Rivals devs won't introduce any original characters anytime soon, because there's simply too many Marvel characters already that they want to add. And I say, thank God, good on you. You know what's best for you. Because I'm not saying I would go this hard, but Marvel fans would be at your studio knocking on your door with a shotgun like Peter Griffin talking about something. I just want to talk. Click, click, come outside. No, don't think about that clicking sound. Come outside. I just want to talk. Because you haven't added their favorite character. Because there's a lot of characters in Marvel. As they had mentioned in this article, there's thousands. So imagine you don't add one of the 1,000 characters that a motherfucker knows of that could be their favorite. It's going to be a lot of rioting. And I'm going to be honest with you. You shouldn't add any original characters at all. I know that might be something that's a bit surprising, but I genuinely don't think Marvel Rivals should add any new characters that are made up or any crossover characters, because the fandoms of other characters that rightfully so are angry you didn't put those Marvel characters in a Marvel video game rather than fucking Batman from DC Allies. I would be pissed too. Now, I'm not gonna be the one firebombing your office with a picket sign mad as fuck, but I can't be mad at them for having that level of energy and that level of anger for that. Although I would rather them direct that anger and energy towards a pedophile president. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah, y'all got a good head on your shoulders, but change the anytime soon to fucking never, nigga. All right, now, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang calls DLSS 5 a tool of generative AI that isn't meant to make AI slop. Now, we're getting into the AI portion of my articles and conversations, and I just wanted to highlight this article because I found it funny, because I remember this nigga fighting tooth and nail to say it isn't generative AI. Now it's a tool of generative AI. But let's look for the quote in the article, make sure I'm not bugging. In a new interview with Lex Friedman, Jensen tries to properly address everyone's concerns. Jensen said this: I don't love AI slop myself. So why you made DLSS 5? You just put that shit Nah, we don't believe you. We need more people. You know, all of the AI generated content increasingly looks similar, and what he basically did with that sentence is he said, I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God, I wash my ass. I swear. It's just, when you wash yourself with imaginary soap. Wait, you washing yourself with imaginary soap. So you're not washing yourself. Like what the fuck are we discussing right here? Like, I feel like that's basically what he did. The nigga just hard contradicted himself. Like, I saw all week on Twitter, niggas was making jokes, Twitter and TikTok, stuff like that. People was saying, he went, no. It's not generative AI. It's an AI that generates made up images that it pulls out of its ass. Like, nigga, that's generative AI. Like, no. I'm not about to take this cookie dough and make cookie. I'm about to take this dough and make things that are shaped like and taste like cookies. Nigga, so a cookie? No. It's cookie adjacent. Cookie adjacent? What the fuck does that mean? So you're making cookies? Jensen also acknowledged Lex's comment that AI is known for making faces that look the same for the most part. Jensen described it. Yeah, that's very true. They make the same few white people faces. Because one thing you have to understand about AI and artificial intelligence is it's all about how and what the AI was trained off of. If you train the AI off of black faces, every face will get turned into a black face. But if you train AI off of white faces, every face is gonna get turned into a white face. And what was it trained off of? White faces. So it'll turn faces with African American or black features whiter than they're supposed to be, air quotes. Jensen also acknowledged Lex's comment that AI is known for making blah blah blah. DLSS is integrated with the artist. How the fuck is DLSS integrated with the artist when one of the main things you showed was it changing Grace's face in Resident Evil, and the Resident Evil devs came out and said we didn't approve that shit or even know it was fucking happening. Why did you use my shit to do that? Like, we would never use anything AI in terms of on the art side for our games, and you put this goofy ass shit over our game. Now you got our game looking all types of crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you? So what do you mean you're working with the artist? How? Artist came out and said, no, you're not. That's what I be saying. Y'all be think I'm bugging. Y'all be thinking that I'm some type of conspiracy theorist walking around with a tinfoil hat on. No, the evidence is right there in 4K. Corporations and companies will lie to your fucking face while the facts are playing out in front of you. And they will just keep shouting and swearing to God, nah, that's not what happened. It is. What are you talking about? Integrated with the artist, my ass, nigga. Artist came on and said, no, that's not true. At this point, NVIDIA needs to redo their entire presentation to properly explain DLS spot. No, they don't need to redo the presentation because they did it right the first time and fucked it up. So it is what it is. I was gonna talk about this and have a conversation. I don't give a fuck. Niggas wanna. Matter of fact, low-key, I do give a fuck. Because the fact that I don't give a fuck proves why Epic Games, like the niggas who make Fortnite, laid off over 1,000 people and they're shutting down several different Fortnite games that are popular as fuck. And it's the same thing I've been telling y'all. People who really play games, people who are hardcore gamers, and people that keep the industry alive, we don't care, nigga. I don't care about Fortnite anymore. That was a COVID game. COVID ended, depending on who you are, 3 years ago in 2022. Yes, COVID ended 3 years ago. Some of you old ass niggas is sitting there like, cause you got dementia at your old ass age of 41. COVID ended 3 years ago. I don't care about Fortnite. I remember when I would do TikTok streams in like 2022, 2023, niggas asking me to play Fortnite. I'll be like, oh my God, I don't care. All these new amazing games coming out. You want me to play the same shit I was playing in 2018? That game is done. People get tired of certain games. All that growth that games had in COVID, that shit was fake. Niggas who aren't gamers were in the house playing Fortnite, and niggas thought gaming was this massive gold mine. Like, yes, gaming is one of the more popular mediums now and is way more accepted, but all that growth you thought was happening wasn't really happening. Like, bro, y'all niggas need to let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. I don't care. I don't care about Fortnite. I'm so serious, because every time I see an article about this, I know if I post a video talking about Fortnite, I'm gonna get views. But bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm the type of person, I can't force myself to care about some shit I don't care about. I already have problems caring about shit, period. But then you ask me to care about some shit that doesn't affect my life that I don't care about, I double don't care. I be looking like, I don't play Fortnite. And most of the niggas playing Fortnite right now are stuck in a Fortnite genjutsu and are people who just can't afford to get a fucking PS5. So they're just playing that shit until the PS6 come out. Then they can buy a PS5 and cry, why is it not coming to PS5? Because you're on the last gen console, stupid motherfucker. But PS4 rant aside, like, bro, I just can't bring myself to give a fuck. And that's why they're laying off so many people, because a lot more people as the days pass are feeling like me. And again, I will never say that Fortnite is gonna completely die out, but now the levels of people that are playing the game is equalizing and their numbers are getting more normal, so they gotta deal with it. But like, in terms of them numbers you had during COVID, nigga, pack it up. That shit ain't never coming back. The main thing, the main topic that we are currently here to talk about is how Crimson Desert's in-game artwork shows telltale signs of artificial intelligence, courtesy of missing fingers and legs and shit like that. And I would read out this article, but it's already been proven. No, that was some shit about the Intel. Oh, by the way, if you have an Intel CPU or GPU and you haven't gotten Crimson Desert yet, don't do it. The shit doesn't run on Intel anything at all. I am gonna talk about the Nouveau, but it was another fucking article about the audit. Okay, no, I don't have it up here. I thought I did, but I don't. I'll just have this up while I talk about it. But the short version of it is, people saw a bunch of funky ass looking paintings in Crimson Desert. People saw a bunch of funky looking paintings and they pointed and they said, hey, is that AI? Not in my precious game of the year game that I have to wait 8 fucking hours to start enjoying called Crimson Desert. Oh no! And people were bugging out and freaking out and looking for any type of explanation, and apparently it was a mistake, which I'll give them benefit of the doubt, because in the case of Expedition 33 it was also a mistake. But the difference between Expedition 33 and this is, in Expedition 33 it was one asset. People found multiple assets in this game like that. So I don't think in this case of this game it was actually a whoopsie, oh my bad little accident, because motherfuckers found multiple cases, multiple different occasions of the same thing. But you know, people are coping really fucking hard to force themselves to like this game, even if they don't really like the game, because it is their magical game of the year. They're precious. They can't let anything bad happen to it. Another thing I also want to mention though is, like, how do I put it? Okay, so I remember when Crimson Desert was coming out, I didn't cover it a lot because I'm not that type of gaming journalist and I simply didn't give a fuck. But a lot of people put all their hopes and dreams into this game like a mini Grand Theft Auto. Like all the people who are balling gun gamers put their fucking hopes and thoughts and prayers and dreams in the Crimson Desert, and if their wife was infertile, they was like, when Crimson Desert comes out, it'll make it so that now me and my wife can have a baby. Like motherfuckers had all types of delusions when it came to this game, and now that there's AI assets and all this shit in this game, like I've seen a lot of people crying going it can't be real, but the devs came out and said they're auditing to make sure no more of that shit is in the game. But it's like, dog, we got caught, and there's already information coming from behind the scenes that saying that the production process of this game, there was a lot of stuff that, well, there was a lot of stuff that shouldn't have got left on the chopping block for that got left. And look, let me put it like this: the developers already came out and said that this game was in a slight development hell. Not so much as in they couldn't get the game out, but more so in as whenever they needed to do something for the game, the idea was never shot down. Like this game suffers from creep because every idea that they had was a yes. Everything that looked cool from any other game was a yes. So they didn't have time to work on stuff that they were really passionate about working on, like trying to put an actual fucking story in this game and stuff like that. So the story in this game feels really dry and bare bones from what I've been hearing and seeing from people, because y'all know how I feel about these games. If that shit over 15 hours, nigga, the answer is no, I'm not playing that shit. But I have been doing my due diligence and due research, and from people that are playing the games and for what I'm seeing, I'm not far off. But yeah, that's my little piece about Crimson Desert. What else was it? Oh, if you don't have a super duper high-end computer, Crimson Desert has Denuvo in it. If y'all are not aware, let me put it like this: Crimson Desert has Denuvo, and Denuvo is literally Sephiroth. If y'all don't understand what I'm trying to say, Denuvo is evil, Denuvo is the devil. Now, I understand why Denuvo exists. It's a digital rights management software, which for those of you who don't know, it's a software that runs in the background and it constantly checks and makes sure that you didn't pirate or steal this game and that you actually legitimately brought it. Which, at first you might go, I don't necessarily think that is something you should be mad at, because if you were selling something, you wouldn't want anybody to steal it, which is true. I'd like that you made that analysis. It's true. I wouldn't want somebody to steal something I'm selling. But here's my counterpoint to that. Number one, you put Denuvo in your game, people are still going to fucking steal it anyway, and people are still going to find a way to disable Denuvo and unpack or repack your game for distribution the yo-ho-ho way. So I feel like, number one, it doesn't matter. If niggas want to play your game will get bootlegged. If you don't have your game getting bootlegged, then you should be concerned. But if niggas want to play your game, which means your game is if your game is a quality product, niggas will want to play it. Whether they have to bootleg it, whether they have to bootleg it or buy it legitimately, if niggas want to play that game, nigga, they gonna play that motherfucker. Message. But going back to what I was saying, Denuvo is the devil because it fucks up your performance and it makes it so that obtaining an illegitimate copy of a game often runs better, significantly better, without Denuvo than a legitimate version with Denuvo.
Whoa! Whoa!
And there's been plenty of people who've done this and tested it and got the results over the years with a variety of different games. Denuvo is just a piece of software that often fucks up and makes it harder to run the exact same game just for the game to still get bootlegged anyway, just for niggas to turn around and take Denuvo out the game 2 and 3 years later. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. The Denuvo literally doesn't benefit anybody at all. Why do you keep adding it? So many better solutions. Like, before I get off this topic, I feel like the best solution to dealing with game bootlegging, which I know this one is kind of contextual, but the makers of Game Dev Tycoon made an alternate version of their game where in the game certain stuff will mess up if you try and play the pirated version that teaches you a lesson. I feel like more game developers should do that, or do what they tried to do with like the Spyro CD or stuff like that. Copy protection like that is in the game that makes the game practically unplayable in a meaningful way if you try and pirate it. I feel like those are the best ways to deal with people that pirate games and people that cheat and hack in games, more so than putting in this goofy ass Denuvo software, because Denuvo don't do shit. Denuvo is like that security guard at a store who's only allowed to say stop thief. You can't tackle the thief. You can't pull your gun out and shoot them in the leg to make sure they don't run out with all the money. You can just stand beside the doorway and say, hey, sir, you don't steal that. What are you gonna do if I try and steal it anyway? I'm gonna remember your face and write your name down in a police report if you say it aloud. Man, nigga, if you don't move and get the fuck out my way, that's what Denuvo is. That Denuvo don't do shit. The Denuvo is actually counterproductive, because it's more productive to let the nigga walk out the store, because the longer he stays in the store, the more likely the robber is to go bow and shoot somebody in their motherfucking case and blow their shit smooth off. Had you just had nobody in front of the door and let the nigga walk out, you would have been all types of fine. That's a very convoluted example of how bad Denuvo is, but I think you get my point. Denuvo is the goddamn devil, bro. It's the goddamn devil. And like I said, usually games turn around and take that shit out anyway. I was gonna read this about AI, Square Enix, Google, Dragon Quest, companionship, but nope. It's on Nintendo. Like, fuck that website. Oh, I read this already. I read this. Actually, let me see the quote.
The following is a conversation.
Oh, hell no. Oh, 150.13. Where is it? We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch this little segment.
You could train your own models to determine, and you could even in the future prompt it. You know, I want it to be a toon shader. I want it to look like this kind of, you know, so you can give it even an example, and it would generate in the style
They said what?
all consistent with the artistry,
Yeah,
you know,
150.13.
the style, the intent of the artist. And so all of that is done for the artist so that they can create something that is.
The problem with that sentence is he said all of these things are being done for the artist. He didn't say these things are being done in conjunction with the artist. He said they're being done for the artist. Now, if you're not understanding why that's a bad thing, let me explain to you a greedy nigga's mind. In the mind of a greedy nigga, the words "it does things for the artist" make you go, if it's doing things for the artist, what the fuck am I paying 4 and 5 artists for when I could just hire one, tell them boot up NVIDIA, DLSS, ChatGPT, whatever the fuck, and let it complete the rest of the game for you? Fuck am I hiring 5 people for when it takes one person to type that shit into the goddamn NVIDIA, ChatGPT, whatever the fuck extension? Like, I don't even need to watch anymore, bro. And like, just for people watching on TikTok, I didn't actually watch all of this. I skipped to like a certain point in time in the video, but like, bro, I don't even need to watch any further. Just that sentence right there shows me what type of timing he's on. He's trying to be the person that creates the software that replaces artists so that he can profit off of it the most, and then like keep snowballing from there, making thing after thing after thing. But the thing about that is, like, where does it end? Where does it end? You replace artists, then you replace coders, then you replace game designers, then you replace studio heads, then you replace execs. Then it gets to the point where AI is just making a whole fucking game. Which I told you, that's what they're trying to work towards. But, you know, niggas think I'm just some crazy nigga that's watched one too many episodes of Black Mirror or something. No, I have fucking eyesight and common sense, and you niggas is just ignoring it because you like going, ChatGPT, do my homework for me. Let me check on TikTok. See if TikTok got any actual people in there. TikTok has had a total of 6 viewers. Yeah, I'm not reading that shit for the rest of the night. I'm not gonna lie. TikTok chat is fucking useless. I remember I used to get. Ain't no use talking about the past. That shit just gonna make me mad. I was gonna read this, but this shit seemed long as fuck. This seemed like some shit that.
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna put this mission up off stream.
I was gonna talk about this. Don't care. I don't care. We're gonna read into this and then talk about it, because this is some news I just stumbled upon today, right before stream, where we're talking about how the killing the This Is an Xbox campaign was Ashwagandha Shawarma's decision. As I say, we always skip the first paragraph because it gives context that I can already give you. All evidence of the campaign, save for a few YouTube videos, was scrubbed from the internet shortly after Ashwagandha Shawarma took the helm at Xbox earlier this month. According, to someone with direct knowledge of the move, Ashwagandha Shawarma was the one who made the decision to the end of the campaign to remove it from Xbox various domains and social media accounts. While Xbox is still pushing the Play Anywhere functionality, Ashwagandha Shawarma is also focused on rehabilitating Xbox's console sales, and the goal of that, I would say, is a decision, but don't get your hopes up. I got some news about why that shit, even though this one action may be the next thing we about to read is about to be while Xbox is still pushing her first town hall meeting with the team at Xbox Redmond, blah blah blah, said she wanted Xbox to be a reference console, that is to say the ideal console against which every other console is judged. Nigga, what? That doesn't make any sense, because your only competition is PlayStation. So you want PlayStation, because if the goal is to get PlayStation to copy you, you already fucking failed, because PlayStation was already copying your ideas when Phil Spencer was there. So if your goal is to just get PlayStation to copy you, I guess, because you're not going to get any new competition anytime soon unless Xbox dies. And Nintendo, they don't give a fuck what's going on. Niggas who love fucking Mario, niggas who scrub their ass with Mario's soap, they fuck their wife with a fucking Wario brand condom. Them niggas do not care about no fucking God of War 2018, none of that shit. Last of Us, Splitgate, whatever the fuck. I mean, not Splitgate, Marathon. They don't care about games like that. They care about going, wahoo, and hat. So you trying to say we're making an Xbox to model? We're making an Xbox to model every other console after? Why? That's your problem now. That was a problem with Phil. Like, he was focused on every fucking thing but the Xbox. Nigga was trying to bring Xbox games to PC, which again, for consumers is cool, but for the health of the Xbox brand, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? And Sony and Nintendo console, while Xbox is still pushing, Xbox hasn't outperformed Sony and Nintendo console since 2008 after all. During the first town hall meeting with the team at, I read that part. That resonated super well with the team. Xbox GM Chris Carl said, I think that the people went from being pretty nervous, like what's going on, what's happening, to by the end of that day, it was like seeing people had exhaled. It seemed the first step to getting Xbox console sales where they need to be doing it, where they need to be is doing away with mixed messaging about what an Xbox actually is. Yes, I've said that. Right now, her focus is on the next Xbox. Project Helix is what it's codenamed so far. Xbox upcoming PC console hybrid platform that forced PlayStation to take all their games off of PC. It seems the first step to getting Xbox's console sales where they needed to be is doing away with mixed messaging about what. I'm rereading. Okay, dumbass. Ashwagandha Shawarma was handpicked by the Microsoft CEO Nadella to replace former Xbox CEO Philip Spencer, who suddenly retired. It wasn't suddenly. Behind the scenes and insider reports came out. Basically, niggas said, hey, You better hop the fuck up out that office before they take you the fuck up out that office. And the nigga said, I choose hop instead of move. Spencer's protege and former Xbox president Sarah Bond, who is reportedly the brains behind the controversial marketing campaign, which I honestly think is them trying to throw her under the bus, resigned shortly after because she said, oh fuck no, I'm not finna take more punishment shit. Bond receives significant blah. If you don't follow the vision or question that you are out, blah blah blah. She wants to retain what makes Xbox great, but make Xbox great again. Maybe I'm connecting the dots too hard. She's willing to question everything. Xbox VP Jason Ronaldo said Ashwagandha Shawarma's plans for the future. If you've been in an industry or in a certain role for a really long time, sometimes you build blinders where it's like, oh well, the industry just works that way. Ashwagandha Shawarmas don't come with those biases. That's true, but you also have to know the industry you're in. Because saying that's the way the industry works isn't good, but not knowing what the fuck is going on around you also doesn't work. So it's a balance type of thing. Now, when Xbox came out with that whole "this is an Xbox" campaign, I remember saying like, y'all are late to the curve, because when Xbox started dropping their games day and date on PC, I was like, so what's the point of an Xbox? How the fuck are you selling me a console, which is a big ass computer that only plays games, and telling me if I build a PC where I can also, you know, join Zoom meetings, I could also be a little content creator, man, download OBS and editing software. I could also code and make my own game on it and beat my dick to ebony porn as much as I please, as well as play any indie game under the sun, and play any game from any previous console generation without having to go through hell and high water to jailbreak what's going on. That I would get a fucking Xbox of all things. Like, you have no exclusives. Then they turned around and said you could play Xbox games on any device you have. Then on top of that, they turned around and said, fuck it, we're giving our Xbox games to PlayStation of all people. It doesn't make sense to me, but I think killing this is an Xbox campaign makes a lot of sense, because why did you even start it in the first place, honestly? Xbox is marching forward with this is what I wanted to talk about. First, let me take a sip of some water. It's getting hotter now, so I'm gonna have to swig water more, but I've been slacking on my water intake recently. Anyway, we're gonna read the article, but Xbox is marching forward with AI. What the fuck are you doing? Stop. You know what? Now that your little raggedy ass is in here, I gotta re-raise this whole shit anyway. Why do I just randomly do this with my arms? Like, I'll just, like, and I've never had a cast, I've never worn purses and no shit like that. My arm just naturally, like, will do, well, lower like here, but my arm will just naturally go into this resting position like I'm holding a cup or something. Like, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, Xbox is marching forward with AI features, but says it wants to protect content creators. Hey, yo, Rad Brad, your job might be in jeopardy. Let's keep going, excuse me. Why is it so small? The backlash again, I need to keep remembering to go over here, number one. Number two, point my camera over more. The backlash against AI is real, and you can feel it in the way Microsoft talks about its game help feature. That sounds like it could have been. Not friend being nice to me like that. Anyway, The backlash against AI is real, and you can feel it in the way Microsoft talks about its game help feature, Gaming Copilot, as GDC 2026. The company is moving forward with integrating AI technologies directly into Xbox. I kind of get it. What's the quote? We really believe that creative control should always stay with the game creators, the game development team, and with the AI features that we are exploring. This is really to support the vision of the team. How are you helping make games inspire creativity in people and giving more creative control if you're just giving people AI that thinks thoughts for them? Like that doesn't make sense. That's not computing in my brain. How are you taking away control of stuff, but you're taking away the thought process and telling people that there's still a thought process? Like, nigga, no, we're not stupid. That's another reason why people hate all this AI shit. The motherfuckers presenting it keep saying stupid shit that tells us that AI is fucking stupid. Ultimately, we want to bring AI that helps broaden the game's What the fuck? Is AI a marketing firm? What the fuck you mean we... Xbox, what the fuck are you talking about? Putting Gaming Copilot on the Xbox is gonna broaden the reach of these games. That's not a marketing campaign. I cannot name a single person on this earth that went, yo bro, I've been playing this game, but you know what would make it better? If there was an AI constantly popping up every 5 fucking seconds, yelling at me, telling me go this way, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. Like, no, nobody wants that. Because I understand that sometimes you don't ask for something and then you get it and you don't know how you could go back to life without it. But this is something that benefits nobody. Because, all right, I'm gonna make this as simple to understand as possible. The problem with gaming right now isn't a matter of gaming is dead, there's nothing to play, everything's boring. Gaming's biggest problem right now is a marketing issue, because gaming is one of those hobbies like book reading where the hobby itself is so broad that it has subcategories under it. For example, if you're a book reader, you could read anything from War and Peace to This Hoe Got Roaches in My Crib. Just because you say you're a book reader, that don't mean that you read the same books as me. Like, I could have been reading, I could have been reading graphic novels like Scott Pilgrim, EX, the pedophile edition, and you could have been over there reading 50 Shades of Grey. We're both reading books about sexually sick individuals, but even the books we're reading are about different kinds of sexually sick individuals. You get my fucking point. Stop focusing on the semantics, bro. You get my point. With gaming, it's not a matter of do you like games or not. It's a matter of have you found a game that fits with what you like. Some people like puzzle games. Some people like fighting games. Some people like... Where did you go? Hold on. Little girl, where are you at? Majestic. What are you doing? Hey. Dude. Hey. Go over there, back. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Alright, anyways, what was I talking about? I don't remember the point I was making, but we'll keep reading. While the rest of the company runs full tilt towards agentic or agentic, what the fuck does that mean? Y'all know who I'm about to shout out. Agentic. No. What is it? I want to know the definition of the word. Nope. Agentic describes someone or something that is capable of achieving or outcomes independency, functioning like an agent. Oh, agentic, like agent-ic future. So basically, they want these fucking clankers to be their own individuals. Microsoft's gaming division has arguably taken a more conservative approach. Not conservative enough, honestly. Zhang's presentation delivered alongside gaming AI project manager Songlai, I'm not even gonna pretend like I can pronounce that. We're gonna call him SY. Seemed to have two purposes. The first was to outline where AI features on Xbox are headed and the principles directing their evolution. The second was to try and make gaming AI on Xbox sound less scary to an audience skeptical of its potential. Potential to do what? To do what, nigga? Games got a specific art style that the artists get paid a bunch of money and spend hours and hours of their life stressing over making look as perfect as possible. Just for your bitch ass to come. Nah, that ain't it. The second is AI clipped highlight reels. I don't want no fucking clanker picking my clips. This feature auto records gameplay that it thinks you might want to. I've been talking about that. That shit is stupid. Finally, there's Gaming Copilot, which is essentially game help run by an LLM. Microsoft shared a few examples of how the feature works in a brief video, which I believe I have pulled up, which we can just go to that. Alright, I've seen this video on Twitter and I'm gonna watch it and see. Because they swear fucking Xbox swears up and down that Gaming Copilot is about to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. So let's see what them niggas have been cooking up.
Smoother for you. Right now I can see your tire pressures are quite high, especially on the rears. I start by bringing those down just a bit. Say around 27 psi in the rear and 26 in the front.
What?
That should give you a bit more grip and control in the corners.
What should my alignment be?
For your Escort, I'd suggest dialing in a bit more negative camber up front, maybe around -2 degrees, just to help those tires bite into the corners. In the rear, keep it a bit milder, around -1.5 degrees.
This idea seems cool in theory, but y'all remember Project Milo? For those of you, this idea seems cool in theory, but it feels like this is about to be some Project Milo shit, where they promise you one thing and then give you another. Because they got the AI sitting up here talking to you like it's one of your buddies, giving you suggestions on settings that knows you personally and has watched you play and just goes, oh, you need to change such and such setting because it felt weird and this is why. It's not finna work like this at all. You're finna get a text prompt that's gonna tell you that's gonna tell you some shit like, I don't know, bro, download an aim train and learn how to aim better. I could have did that for fucking free without a stupid ass Gaming Copilot application running in the background using up my goddamn resources. Like, so far, this shit is head nod out of 10. Like, this shit seems so fucking useless. Like, what happened to just adjusting your settings and testing? Because it could give you the perfect settings. It could give you the perfect settings. You go in game, use them. You go, what the fuck is this? You play with the settings yourself and then find settings that are fun just for this shit to yell at you. Nah, change it back. Those settings were better. No, bitch. I like these settings better.
And set your toe to 0, so your car tracks nice and straight. And we're all set. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
How do I open Duriel's Sword?
I see what's on your screen there, Warlock Spawn. So open Duriel's Ford.
That clanker is never going to get the enunciation of certain names right. For example, there's still humans that say my name QaptainSlander instead of QaptainSlander, despite there being no fucking U in my name, and the Q is just a stylistic replacement for the C. So already, I can tell you that this shit is not gonna pronounce anybody's name right. You put a $sign, that shit's gonna say dollars. That shit, you put a $sign and ASAP. This stupid ass clanker probably would pronounce ASAP Rocky as dollars P. Rocky. I'm telling you, this shit looks cool in the trailer, but it's gonna be on some Project Milo shit where you actually do it and it's not gonna work like that.
You'll need those corrupted horns of burial that the prophet himself in the Echo Duriel boss fight. So you gotta farm him a couple of times until you get enough horns. Then you can interact with that Skash and claim the loot. So it's a bit of a grind, but hey, you're already on Torment 4 and hitting Paragon level 268, so you're in great shape.
It's not gonna know all that.
Alright, it's my first time playing. How do I get to a ship?
Oh my fucking god! No, what? It's your first time playing, nigga. Damn! You ain't even get to the tutorial screen. You ain't even played a game. You walked out of fucking spawn. You just booted the game up. You just loaded into the game and you're already going, ChatGPT, how do I do shit in this game? What the fuck is the point of developers who get paid specifically to make tutorials? To sit down and make a fucking tutorial section of the game if you're just gonna dig in your nose and ask ChatGPT to do it? What the fuck is the point of designing a game at all if niggas is just gonna sit there digging their ass and lick their finger while they ask ChatGPT to do everything? What the fuck is the point of making... Bro, I'm telling you, it sounds crazy now, but the path we're on is the path where they want you to smack your keyboard a couple times and the AI just... out a piece of shit slop ass game for you. It sounds crazy now, but everything sounds crazy before it happens. Nigga, you're watching a video of a nigga yelling about... Alright. Try to explain this video that you're watching to somebody 100 years back in 1926. You're watching a video of a nigga screaming about video games. Oh wait, in 1926 video games didn't exist. So let's restart the explanation. You're watching a video of a nigga screaming about artificial intelligence. Oh wait, they barely had computers in 1926. Barely had AI in 1926. So let's restart the explanation. You're watching a video of an I just said there was no technology, so how the fuck do they know what a video is? Restart the explanation, because TVs wasn't even out in 1926 if I'm not mistaken. And if they were, it was in black and white and they didn't call it video, they called it something else. So pick up 2 for your mistake, dumbass. I am looking at a magical glowing square that fits in my pocket, watching an individual far, far away that I've never seen in real life before yell about a passionate thing of these glowing figures on the screen, on the glowing box that make... You see how crazy that idea sounds? But right now you're watching a nigga yell about video games on TikTok. Just think about that. Just think about that. All these ideas sound crazy until they happen.
Alright, Warlock, welcome aboard. First things first, every new pirate in Sea of Thieves starts out from an outpost island. Just head down to the...
Oh my god! You're asking how do you get a boat in Sea of Thieves? Everybody gets at least one boat in Sea of Thieves. And there's like 10 different ways you can do it. So instead of actually trying to play the game, yeah, ChatGPT, how do I just go through the tutorial? The tutorial is right there in front of your fucking face. Niggas is in the tutorial asking questions that will be answered in the tutorial. Now, this is TikTok levels of brain rot. This right here is TikTok levels of brain rot. What the fuck you mean you booted up Sea of Thieves and asked the AI how to get a boat within the first 5 seconds of booting up the game? Bitch ass nigga, how about you wait 5 fucking minutes? You got time to play the video game, but you ain't got time to go to the tutorial? I don't get it. I don't get it. Inactivity to avoid staying. My live discontinued due to inactivity. I've been sick. Y'all seen me up here screaming and shouting and hooting and hollering this whole time while I'm like talking on my fucking live. My other mic is activated and I got a message on TikTok saying my live was discontinued due to interactivity. But earlier today, when I had this shit just playing music and going through fucking, like, sitting on the loading screen on Marvel Rivals, the stream went for like 2 and 3 hours. TikTok actively punished me for actually sitting up here and talking on stream versus when I just played other people's music and had Marvel Rivals in the background. Y'all ask me why I don't stream on TikTok. That's exactly why. Yeah, TikTok just be random.
Area, and your ship is usually waiting there, ready to go. Now the Slop is your starting ship, super easy to handle solo. So hop on board, raise your anchor, and start figuring out the ropes. And hey, take your time. There's no rush to be a legendary pirate on your first day.
Okay, how do I
You're telling a person who uses AI because they're too impatient to wait 5 fucking seconds. There's like, I feel like I don't have to explain why that's contradictory. And if I do, you're not the type of person that watches me.
get on the ship?
Just climb right up that ladder on the dive there, and you'll be on your ship in no time. It's pretty.
There's a ladder right in front of your fucking face, and you didn't know There need to be studies done about how, and I've seen that there's already some being done, but we need more studies done about how much AI incentivizes people to just not think. Because this nigga booted up Sea of Thieves, which for those of you who don't have any prior context, is a pirate game. This nigga booted up a pirate game, didn't go through the tutorial, didn't like get a game 5 minutes to cook. This nigga booted up the game, pressed start, said, AI, how do I get a boat in a pirate game? Had they waited 5 fucking minutes, they literally, not even 5 minutes, they walked out the door, turned sideways, it was a boat right fucking there. Like, gang, you can't make this shit up. Wait 5 minutes. You couldn't wait 5 minutes, bro. And you didn't even have to wait 5 minutes. Niggas is not even giving the game a chance to cook. I can understand if you're stuck on something for 20 and 30 minutes and you say, fuck this, I'm about to Google it because I feel like I'm not making any progress. This nigga's not even at a puzzle. Motherfucker's not even finishing the tutorial before they asking AI how to help them out. That shit is insane to me. We're not asking you to do a collegiate level. We're not asking you to do collegiate level research and figure out why the earth turns to the left instead of the right. We're just asking you to walk forward, nigga. Press forward on the L stick and you get a fucking boat for free. Everybody who plays Sea of Thieves starts off with a boat for free. If I ever catch my family members using ChatGPT to ask some basic shit like that, I'm gonna set that nigga on fire, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. Use your common fucking sense, dog.
Straightforward. Once you're on deck, you can start exploring the ship and get used to the controls. So go ahead and climb aboard. What's the first part of the ship you want to check out?
The motherfucker that, see? That's what I was saying. The motherfucker got on a boat. You ain't even let them check out the boat or ask you what necessary parts of the boat they should look at. None of that. Just as soon as they got on the boat, do you want to know where you should go next? Like, damn, let a nigga think for themselves. The AI is not even letting a nigga think for themselves. They can't walk 2 inches without this shit yelling in their ear. And I'm telling you, this shit is designed. I'm gonna sound like a tinfoil hat nigga again, but this shit is designed to make you not think so that the people in power can do whatever the fuck they want for you, to whatever the fuck they want to you. It's like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
I guess I need to learn how to sail.
Absolutely. Let's get you sailing. So once you're on board, the first thing
You
do is raise the anchor. That big wheel in the middle of the deck, just interact with it and push it all the way up.
Awesome.
Then you want to set your sailing using those ropes you see near the sides. That'll catch the wind and get you moving. And hey, if you want a little guidance on navigation, that ship's map downstairs is your best friend.
I'm surprised you didn't tell them where the fuck to go. That shit was horrid. Niggas didn't even think before they started asking the AI questions, and AI didn't even give the nigga a chance to think before it started shouting, do this, do that. But I sounded crazy when I said that shit like 2-3 weeks ago before I even seen this fucking video. Okay. I was gonna talk about this, but I don't give a fuck. Oh yeah, Penny Parker got revealed for Marvel Tokan. We're gonna do a bunch of reactions to fighting game shit later anyway, so actually, you know what? That's gonna be tomorrow's thing. Tomorrow I'm gonna react to all this FGC shit. Boom, boom, boom. Not Amazing Guardians. Marvel Token. Is this it? It says 1 day ago. Oh yeah, Penny. All right, so I'm gonna keep that there. Oh, we're gonna watch that tomorrow. I would make more jokes about how GTA 6 is gonna light your fucking lap up, but I just don't be caring after a certain point. Oh. I'm gonna sound like a conspiracy theorist when I say this. As the bad bitches that think they could bag themselves a basketball nigga would say, if they would. No, wait. If he wants to, he will. If he wants to, he will. If he wants to, he will. Let me repeat it again. Let me say that again. As the ugly bitches that think they could bag a basketball nigga would say, if he wanted to, he would. Same thing with Nintendo. I keep telling y'all, if these companies want to do something beneficial for the customer, they got the capital, they got the ability, the engineers to do it. They don't fucking want to. Tell me, what logical reason is there for the Nintendo Switch 2 to not have a replaceable battery everywhere? Tell me, what reason do they have for the base model of the Switch to not have a removable battery? Yet, they're making EU-only versions with removable and replaceable batteries because of EU laws, but as for everywhere else, you just shit out of luck. Tell me, what is stopping them from making this technology available to everybody else in the world? It's still illegal for you to mod your own Switch via the terms of service, so I don't want to hear that argument. What's the reason? What's the reason? If they wanted to, they would. And like, my problem with this is there's somebody right now watching this video, grabbing a wall, putting a Nintendo dick straight in their back, getting ready to ride it, going, oh, Nintendo can do it overall. Nintendo can do no wrong. And while you over there riding that Nintendo dick, Nintendo's still fucking you more and more and more. But because they made Mario, you gonna let it slide. Sick world we live in, my nigga. Sick world. Oh, it's gonna be in the Joy-Cons too? That's kind of lit, but like I feel like this headline is pretty self-explanatory. The EU is constantly pushing companies to do shit that they should do. I was gonna read this, don't care. I was gonna read this. How long is this? This is very short, so I might as well read it. Fuck it. A group of former Twitter investors have prevailed at a federal civil trial over Elon Musk's actions amid his $44 billion acquisition of the social platform in 2022. A jury in San Francisco found Friday that tweets made by Musk about fake accounts on the platform had defrauded investors in the company. The jury sided with Musk on other allegations in this case. It's not yet clear how much Musk will owe in damages as a result of the case, but Associated Press reports it could amount to billions of dollars. Jurors calculated that shareholders should get between $3 and $8 per stock per day. The class action lawsuit, one of several brought against Musk in the months following his takeover of the company, which I kind of get it because that nigga lied to get the platform. Because for those of y'all who don't know, Elon Musk basically brought Twitter on the notion of, I'm rich, so of course I'll have the money for it eventually. Nigga didn't have no cash on hand or money on hand to go buy that shit. He just thumbs niggas up and said, eventually I'll be able to buy it. Going over here. Okay, cool. Facing a shrinking Tesla. Musk tweets about fake accounts on the platform, facing a sinking Tesla share price in the days after announcing he would buy Twitter. The suit said Musk made tweaks and statements that were intentionally meant to drive down Twitter's share price in an attempt to renegotiate or exit the deal. The suit called out Musk's May 2022 tweet that claimed that the Twitter deal was temporarily on hold due to the number of fake accounts and bots. Oh, you mean the ones that you like being on there that spout your stupid ass woke bullshit? Yeah, nigga, we know your calling card. During the trial, Musk said the tweets were him speaking his mind and maintained that Twitter executives had lied about the number of bots on the platforms, according to QaptainSlander. Nah, you probably think it was a lie because as soon as you took that shit over, the shit increased because your stupid ass don't know how to moderate that shit. Former Twitter shareholders, on the other hand, said they sold shares at a deflated price amid Musk's public waffling. Musk faced several lawsuits during and after his $44 billion takeover of the company. That includes other shareholder lawsuits related. Alright, I'm gonna put it like this. Wait, first off, let me put the headline in view. Yeah, I'll just put the nigga's face right there. Why are y'all Twitter, why are you surprised that Elon Musk lied on Twitter? Like, nigga, everybody lies on Twitter. Why are you surprised Elon Musk, of all people, now knowing who he is, lied on Twitter? Like, the amount of bots that were on a platform were crazy, but they weren't that goddamn crazy. It wasn't until Elon Musk took over the platform where every comment section had just videos and videos of people just giving out back shots all over the goddamn place. Every time you go into you go to scroll, you gotta scroll quickly past every 3 videos because it's just somebody getting the meanest back shots. That's why all the companies that people actually recognize, like the Nikes and Verizons, pulled all the money they had out of Twitter, because like nobody wants there to be an ad of a nigga railing another man and then you see Verizon under it. Like, you know how much of conservative homophobic weirdos is in power at all these companies? Hell no, they don't want to run the risk of that shit happening. So it's like, bro, you lost all the money when you got the platform, and this nigga basically brought Twitter by going, hey, I'm rich as fuck. You know I'm good for it, nigga. Haha, you know I'm good for it. He didn't actually pay for Twitter. He told niggas, I'm pretty sure if you let me take over Twitter, I'll make enough money to pay you niggas back. I don't get it. I don't get it. We noticed that ads aren't being displayed. Fuck you. How about that? When I sat down and played, I'm gonna just play Bubsy in the background and I'm gonna glaze this fucking game some more. That's what I'm gonna do. No. Oh shit. Mute tab. No, that's Bubsy 2D. Whatever. Right here. I don't wait. Is there a part with the Bubsy logo? I want to pause on that part real quick. Bubsy might just become my personal game of the goddamn year. Alright, now that we got the little intro part out the way. I don't care what nobody says. I think that this next Bubsy game is about to go hard, and it's one of my more anticipated games of the year. And I understand that a lot of people are gonna shit on this game or ignore it because it's a platformer, and right now the most popular genre of games isn't platformers, it's shooters, mainly battle royales and like Call of Duty type games. But I don't care. I love this shit, and I think it's gonna be a phenomenal game that just nobody plays. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I'm gonna love it and enjoy it when it comes out. And overall, my bigger message is, look, you shouldn't care about somebody else's opinion on something you enjoy. If you enjoy it, play it. If you don't enjoy it, don't play it. It should be that simple. It shouldn't be, oh, my friends are gonna call me a slur if they catch me playing this game. Who gives a fuck? Be like 6 seconds in that clip about fish. Be like 6 seconds in that clip about fish where niggas is like, yo, what the fuck are you playing? You always playing some bullshit. Fuck that. I'm playing this game because I'm having fun. Bitch, good thing the controller's not in your hand and it's in my hand. More people got to do that, man, because this game to me look like it's gonna be cool as shit. And I will be enjoying it if I'm the only motherfucker enjoying it. Nigga, and this is not the flex or the brag because it wasn't that goddamn hard, but I was in the top 1% of streamers for Astrobot category the year it came out. Yeah. Go look at what my viewership was like back then and then think about that. I was the only nigga streaming Astrobot, a game that won Game of the Year, by the way, and I was having fun. Alright, that being said, you could cut that shit off. I was gonna make jokes about Chuck Norris passing away. Not like bad jokes, like fuck him type jokes, but more so like Chuck Norris decided to go to God type jokes. And I'll watch these later, whatever. It's whatever for those. Do I wanna play Reloaded? I do. But I'm gonna do tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna talk about fighting games and then I'm gonna play Reloaded. So for now, I'm about to end this motherfucking stream because I'm tired of talking. Don't leave so soon. Don't leave so soon. I wanna be the room.